comic book fans, and welcome to another suddenlycomics.com video. Today it is a Monday night. We are the price variance, and I'm with everybody's favorite Canadian Alan, and we are looking at the hottest Silver Age comics of the week based on sales at Heritage. And this week they really are the hottest Silver Age sales of the previous week because Alan, in a very lazy mode, just picked the top 10 sales. Okay. There was no curating involved. He just went, what were the top 10 sales, which he does every so often. It's quite dangerous because the last time he did that, we ended up with 8 Spider-Mans on the list.
Yeah,
Um,
actually, just happened at that auction. They just happened to have a really big Spider-Man collection that came up. So
so
it
it's
was just
all,
bad timing.
yeah. So this time I'm delighted to say there was only one Spider-Man and it was with Alan. So here we go.
Mhm.
Let's go and have a look at these. Let's share the screen and we've right. There's very few Spider-Mans, but there's quite a lot of Tales to Astonish. Ah,
Yeah,
this is
Tales
the
to
one we were
Astonish did
talking.
really well.
Okay, we've already had a robust discussion about this comic over
Mhm.
on Alan's channel. Is this the first appearance of
Of
Ant-Man, or is it the first appearance of Mr. Pym? Is it?
Well, it is the first appearance of Mr. Pym. We can all agree at least about that. But
Yes.
what does the CGC label say?
Well, CGC calls it the first appearance of the Ant-Man brackets, Henry Pym not in costume.
Well, so they say
Well,
Ant-Man.
yeah, but but CGC aren't always correct.
Well,
Then
they're always correct when it refers to as Tales to Astonish. That's what I've heard. I just Whenever they do stuff with Tales to Astonish, they're
I mean,
always
come on,
right.
this is
100%
just
accuracy.
a guy who happens to have shrunk himself accidentally.
Okay,
That
as I
doesn't look
said,
like
anyone that
a
can shrink
superhero,
themselves,
does
that's
it?
a power. That's a superpower. I can you shrink yourself? I can't shrink myself.
No.
Okay.
Um,
So it's a superpower.
okay. Right. Anyway, it's a very nice book.
Yeah, this is a great copy too,
I
actually.
haven't got it. Alan will have bound to have got a copy of this.
I have it. Yes, I do have it.
Um,
That's my catchphrase too. So trademark. Nobody else can say that. I only can say that.
no, I
TM
have to
next time.
say that when I watch your Monday nights on around about 3 o'clock in the morning in the UK, so I don't watch them the
Okay.
following day. I do have a little competition to see
How
which of
many times I'll say
how
it?
many times you at Steve. Well, the competition is which of you says I've got that more than the
Mhm.
other one.
And who generally wins?
I think it's 50-50 actually. Sometimes it's you and
So I
sometimes
get all the flack for saying that I have it, and yet he is just as bad as I am. Oh, that needs to be recorded. That needs to be remembered. Okay, you heard it here first, people. I'm not the bad guy. I am just misunderstood.
yeah, but what happens is that Stephen predicts you're going to say it as well.
So yeah,
And then he says, "Oh no, you haven't got it. You're just making it up." Anyway, right. Okay.
I just lack a filter. I just say what it's on my mind. If I'm like, I have that book. Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
They're like two big kids. Okay.
Hmm.
Perhaps Sticky Goose was right. Okay.
We are man children. Um, okay, so yeah, so how did this one perform? It's like 4,000.
920. That sounds reasonable. I mean, it's a 6.0. It's quite a
So
nice.
this one is $1,000 per point in my mind,
Okay, well in that
like
case it's
all day
maybe a
long.
bit lower.
Yeah,
Uh,
I would have expected around 6,000 for this book.
oh, there we go.
And what?
Well,
So what's FMV say?
FMV's 5,000.
Oh, oh, actually, this is above. No, it's
Yeah, so
below. It's
it's slightly above, yeah. Five, what was it? 5.2
no, it was 4.9,
or 9? Okay, it's almost spot on the
slightly below,
FMV.
slightly below. So it's
Yeah.
and what was the last sale? Is this up from the previous
No,
sale
the
or?
last sale was 5,280. and the one
Okay.
that was 780, 7,800.
That's what I'm saying. I always thought this was like $1,000 per
Well,
point.
it was in COVID. The problem is your brain is remembering the COVID prices.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, actually, though, this one doesn't have the massive drop. Like if you look at the peak, it's not like 20 feet
Well, it's
higher than the.
half. It's
Yeah.
it's halved. It's down 50%.
Oh, okay.
1,349 of these.
Pretty low census count.
Yeah, yeah.
But the overall, if you kind of again, take the first point and the last point, the overall trend is kind of, slowly going up. Bit of like a little bit of decline, then slowly going up.
Slowly, slowly.
Yeah. It's not a great performer, I would say.
No, I mean Ant-Man. He's not. He's not. If you ask people to list 10 superheroes,
He's
Ant-Man
not going to
probably
be one of them. Yeah.
Ant-Man probably not going to hit the list, is he?
I personally, I always liked Ant-Man. I always thought he was kind of cool. I especially liked the fact that he can, manipulate sizes of not just himself, but of other things. Like when he, there's a scene in the movie where they basically take their building and
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
they shrink it down to a
yeah,
briefcase.
yeah.
Now, the only thing is that briefcase should weigh the same as the building, even if you shrink it down. But he's like carrying
Oh,
around.
I don't know. You're getting into all sorts of physics issues here, aren't you?
Yeah, but I like the fact that they can shrink things down and somehow it works. Yeah, it's fun. It's all real. That's what people need to know.
And I don't
Okay.
think we're going to see Ant-Man in a movie again for a bit, are we?
Yeah. I don't know. Personally, you know what I would do if I was Marvel? I would reboot all of the characters and almost start with a whole new universe and just say, we know these characters. Let's have new actors, and tell some old but new stories. That would be my method.
Yeah, well, comics do that every so often anyway, don't they? Uh,
Yeah. But you have to give some time in between, I think, is the problem.
yeah, you do. Yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. Got to do it for a
Okay.
new generation.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So let's move on to number two. And what a lovely book this is. We've had this a few times. This is a regular. This is a Fantastic Four, number five, first appearance of Doctor Doom.
Hmm. Now this book had gone crazy again during COVID.
Yeah, this went loopy, but but it has come back down to ground when we've seen it
Yeah.
recently. It's
Yeah.
a
I think
nice
it's
looking copy, Alan.
I know it's a
The only
5.0.
thing that's bad is these spine ticks there. Other than that, it's a very nice copy.
The cover presents really nicely,
It
yeah.
does, yeah, yeah,
Again, I like the couple elements to this cover. Like I like that he's in that circle.
yeah,
Uh, I like the fact that it says "Meet Doctor." I always like when they say who the character is on the cover. It's like it's a thing. They when they introduce the character, like with the Wasp, they had the arrow pointing to her. In this, they had the big bubble that says "Meet Doctor Doom," and I just think it's really cool. And he's just he is my favorite character in terms of bad guys. Maybe after the Joker, him and Joker are kind of my two
yeah,
favorite.
yeah,
But
yeah. I
but I
agree.
think his costume, you know, I always liked the story Man in the Iron Mask.
Yeah,
And I feel like this is kind of in line with that.
yeah.
Um, just a really great character. Okay, so how did this one perform?
Right. Okay. So 3-0 for $5,000. Um, let's have a look. It's bobbling along, is what it's doing. It's all around this $5,000 mark for the last 18 months, two
And
years.
even FMV says 5,000, so it's not below. It's actually slightly above the FMV.
Yeah, yeah, but it is
Um,
well up on pre-COVID.
Pre-COVID, it was going for around 30 something hundred,
3-1. So
3,100. Wow.
this is not going back to pre-COVID prices. This is sticking up here.
So it's hit
Um,
a new floor, which is good.
yeah, yeah. So I think this one's okay. fairly solid. Seems to be holding at that 5,000 level.
And like, what's the census on it?
Um, Reasonable, I think. Yeah,
Like
two
three, four
five,
thousand?
2.4, 2.5 around there.
Yeah. So reasonably low. Major character. So yeah, good book. Okay.
Yep.
That's a little, I'd say that's, reasonable. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's
I'm
okay.
not,
Probably
yeah.
it's steady, 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 steady.
And the technical term is it's bobbling along. So
It's
that's
bubbling
good. We know
along.
that
The
now.
technical phrase. Right. So Hulk number one. Oh, I was at online auction in the UK this week with a full set of Hulks,
Okay.
including Hulk number one.
And how much did Hulk number one
I
go for?
think it went for about £3,500. It
Oh,
was a 1-0, and it
so
wasn't
you
it,
know that that's a steal.
well, £3,500, yeah, but it wasn't graded. And £3,500 is just over $4,000, isn't it? So, yeah, maybe it was a deal,
Mhm.
but it wasn't graded. So you've always got that risk of it, haven't you? Of
Yeah, yeah. Is there something missing or
yeah,
whatever, right?
yeah, yeah,
Especially in a 1-0, there's higher probability that something could be
yeah.
missing.
I mean, it looked like it looked like that sort of condition.
Hmm.
It looked one OE, but
I mean,
I
this
didn't
this
go
is
and
not a bad looking 1-0 if you think about it. You know, the main cover details are
yeah,
there. It's not like
yeah,
got big
yeah.
pieces missing out.
I think the 1-0 that was for
Actually, is
sale,
this a
I think the
UK
1-0
price
that
variant?
was for sale had this corner, bottom corner
By the
missing.
way, this is a UK price variant.
Oh, it is, yeah. Yeah, it is. It says UK price variant. There we go.
I
So
didn't
this
even
would
realize there was a UK
now this will
price
be
variant
interesting
for
to see if this is cheaper than the previous ones. Because
because
usually
we know that the UK price variants usually go for about 20%
about
less.
20% less, yeah.
Wow. I didn't even notice that. I thought that was like I just saw like the chip. I didn't realize it was it was actually like the price. Um Interesting. Okay. So how did this one perform?
Right, let's have a look. Not good.
Okay, so but does Go Collect have the UK price variance on it?
Yes, I think it does sometimes, doesn't it?
Okay, so let's first compare it to the
Oh, it hasn't. Has it? Where would it have it? It hasn't signature restored, qualified, conserved. Oh, wait a minute. Sometimes has it listed separately.
Okay, wait. Let's first look at this compared to the American one.
Well,
So
the
the
American
American
one
one
FMV
FMV
is
is
1,100. So, yes, it is about 25% less.
okay. And then okay, so and the American price has about 2,000 copies, right?
Yeah.
Now let's go down, scroll down, trust me. Scroll down. At the usually right at
Oh,
the
yes.
bottom,
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
there, right there.
Yeah.
They should have UK price variant. Right,
Um,
the first one I think is UK.
no, that's the facsimile.
Oh, okay.
That's the Walmart. That's no, it doesn't have a UK price variant.
Go Collect, please. Um,
It does occasionally. Sometimes it does, and
yeah,
sometimes.
usually right there is where I put it.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah. They do put it down there. Let me
well,
just
that's
check.
this is when you almost have to do a quick little bit of research, like go to like CGC census or you can try searching for it. It might be in there.
It might be there, and I just haven't put it on the variants.
Yeah. Okay, I see it. One.
That's the US one.
Yeah. And there's just so many number ones. That's the problem with number one. There's like a million number ones.
Yeah, it's not there. I don't think they've got the UK. I think it would have been under the listing. Yeah, but anyway, it's about right. It's about 25% less than the US one.
Hmm. But I wonder what the census on this would be. I bet it's like really low. I bet, probably like usually it's like 50th, like 1/50th of the American number.
Oh, it'll be minute. Yeah, no, it'll be
I think
something
it'll be
like
like 2 to 400 of them,
there'll
probably.
probably there may be about 20 total copies graded. Um,
No, it'll be more than that. It'll be
you
more
think
than
so?
that. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I'm guessing wrong. It should be so if there's 2,000, you'd expect about 40. You're right. Maybe 40, maybe 100, somewhere there in that range. Let's find out. We're gonna find out, kids. Um,
So I'm saying 20.
okay, I'm gonna guess 50 to 100 range. I'm gonna give a range just because I'm weird that way. Click that off. And UK one.
Well, I've got Hulk 1, no publisher listed. Hulk 1, oh, bloody hell, why is it not coming up with something? You've got
Oh,
to put,
okay, click the first one. You click the Hulk one, yeah.
yeah.
And sometimes they'll break it out here as well.
No, it hasn't. What's going on here?
Something's wrong.
Resources, CGC census, title.
Hulk one.
Is it Hulk 1 or is it Incredible Hulk 1?
You can put Incredible Hulk one. So we're gonna find out. Tension is building, kids. I don't know why I'm referring to people as kids here. People watching are probably like in their 50s.
Oh, here we
Um,
go. Right. So it needs to be Marvel Comics. What year was it? 1960.
1960
There's
something.
there's the Incredible Hulk 1, Marvel Comics. No, that's the American one.
Okay, but click it. Sometimes they kind of break it down
Oh, that's
because
usually at the bottom, isn't it? Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
there it
Okay.
is.
Right. Oh, okay. There's 68 UK ones, a lot more than I
Which
thought.
was in the range that I was saying,
Yeah.
50 to 100. Yeah.
So 10% would have been 222. So 5% would have been 1100. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it's about yeah, uh
Yeah, it's around 40, 140th.
40, 1 in 40. Yeah.
Wow.
40
This
times
shows you how
rarer.
rare they are.
40
Like, and
times
they always
rarer
go
and
for a steal.
25% of the price.
Yeah, craziness, craziness. Next one. Okay,
Right. Okay.
very cool. I actually, whoever is buying those UK ones, I think they're going to do well in the long term. Once people's attitudes change to the UK ones, I think they will change too.
Especially on these big key issues.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Okay.
really cool.
Next up, another biggie. It's a showcase. This is the first Silver Age Flash.
Hmm.
Um,
And it's a 2.0. Nice copy, actually. This is a
that's
very
a very,
solid
very,
2.0.
very nice looking 2.0. What's wrong with
Yeah,
it?
I don't know. It
Well,
looks pretty.
the spine's a bit rough.
Yeah,
They've
but
been a bit harsh on
I
it.
don't
It's
know.
got a
I think
pretty
somebody undergraded this one.
2530, I think. Anyway,
Yeah, I mean, I've seen like 4.0s even present worse than this. You'd have to see the
I'd be
grading
tempted to
code.
get that out and send it back in, give it a press and send it back in for grading, I think.
You know, it could be one of those things where we can't see it, but maybe the cover's detached.
Yeah,
If it's
might be.
that would be it right there. That would explain it.
Yeah, it
But
looks attached.
but actually, the weird thing is usually on the slab they'll say cover detached. You know what I mean? Like where it'll actually say on the slab that there's some
Yeah,
issue. Okay, look in the back. Maybe a piece missing in the back.
not that I can see.
Looks pretty. Yeah, very
Actually,
actually. The back's quite nice.
back looks quite clean, actually.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. I have no idea.
Right. Okay. There you go. There's an opportunity here, guys. You can buy this one and crack it
Flip
open,
it,
reset.
crack it open, and
See if you can
regrade
get
it.
see if you can get half a point on it. It'll be worth about $3,000.
Yeah.
Um, okay, let's see. 7, 8.
So this is showcase number 4, first appearance of the Silver Age Flash in a 2.0 for 7,800. Okay, let's see if that's a good
Ooh,
price.
that's low.
Ouch. That actually looks lower than pre-COVID even.
You think it is? Pre-COVID 9354. So yes, it is lower than pre-COVID.
So, but for me, this is a good price.
Somebody's got a deal here.
So my copy is a 2.0 as well,
Yeah.
and I paid $8,000 for mine,
Okay, so that's you.
but that was Canadian. So this is a great price for me. I think, but oh well. So yeah. So
Right. Okay, I think someone's got a good bargain here. And if I was the person who bought this, I'd crack that open, press it, and send it back in again, and hope you get a 2.5.
yeah. I mean, this book, I'm surprised that it's down so much. Not a really good trend line on it, even.
No, 2.5. How much does a 2.5 sell for? Was it worth doing it? Oh yeah,
I
it's
think it'd be worth,
definitely
yeah,
worth
it's
doing.
like
Oh, look at the
12,000.
2.5, Alan.
It's
Why
actually
is
gone up.
the
It
2.5
had a record.
sold for a record? That 2.0 at 7,000 is looking very good purchase to me.
I think somebody got a really great opportunity. If you get even a 3.0, which is based on what I'm seeing on that book, you could get a 3.0 on it.
Well, even if they get a 2.5, they've made $5,000.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
crazy.
3.0 goes for
It's more like 20,
14.
14. Oh,
That
not
two
much
five,
difference
that two
because
five is
that
the
2.5 was a big sale. That
yeah,
was a huge sale. Wow. And look at the census on this book. Like we were just doing a lot of Marvel. Once you see DC censuses, you realize, oh,
yeah,
wait, these are rare. Like, it's like just really low census count.
yeah, 620, and there's only
Mhm.
30 in a 2.0. Right, okay. On to our
Okay.
last book.
And this was a big sale.
Fantastic Four, number one, fantastic cover on a Fantastic Four. And it's the first we've had this a number of times. It's looking a nice copy, I have to say.
Yeah.
A number.
4.0 for 24,000 though. That seems really high to
Why
me.
the hell is this a 4.0? Look at that, Alan.
It's a very pretty 4.0.
Well, what's wrong with it?
I don't know. Maybe CGC had a bad day and they were just like, whatever.
There's a bit of
I see some spine ticks around
yeah,
the.
but surely this is a 5.0.
Yeah, it looks very
There's,
solid
there's
actually.
nothing on the edges are clean.
Okay, okay. Let's maybe the back. Let's
Yeah,
look
you
at the
agree
back.
that front cover looks better than the 4.0.
Yeah, I know. It looks like a solid, maybe even a 6, I would say. Um,
The back's
and
clean.
the back's clean too.
There's another one we need to crack open and resubmit.
Somebody. So here's our non-professional advice. Crack this open, submit it, get a 6.0. You'll
Oh,
thank
come
us
on now,
later.
that definitely looks better than a 4.0.
Oh yeah. I like I'm not really sure why it's a 4.0. I mean, I've seen worse looking 6.0s. So
Me
like
too.
I've seen 6.0s where there's pieces missing.
That- It's off-white to white as well, so it's quite decent on the color on the page color.
Yeah, very solid copy.
Yeah.
Very nice looking 4.0. Can you see any flaws? Like
No,
sometimes in the CGC notes, like at the bottom, like, in the description of the thing, it sometimes gives the CGC notes. Does it do that in this case?
I'm gonna have a look.
Yeah, I'm curious. Does it say anything?
There's a click for a link to the grader's notes.
Okay, let's click. Let's find out where what was going on with this grader.
It's verifying I'm a human. Apparently, I've passed.
Okay, well that's good that we know that you're human.
Stain top of spine. Well, I couldn't see it. Stain top of front cover. Crease right bottom of front cover. Large light crease left top of back cover. Very light multiple crease and multiple creases along spine. Full right of back cover. I think they've been hard on
I
this.
think somebody was being harsh on this one. Easily a 5, maybe a 6, I would say.
I think somebody's been extremely harsh on that.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, so crack this one. Somebody crack it. Resubmit it.
Bracket. Well, they might want to hang on a second because they just paid 24,000 for this. Well, you think that's a good price. I think that's a high price as well. So let's have a look.
Let's
It
see.
is a high price. Okay. So the last one of these sold last year for 17,000. So it's up 7,000.
7,000. It's
Is
actually
movie
coming
spec
close.
kicking in, Alan? Is
Yeah,
movie
movie spec kicking in. And look, it's actually getting close to COVID
It
prices.
is not far off. The COVID peak was 34, so it's still got quite a long way to go.
Mhm.
But that is very significantly up off against the low of 14, of 17 rather. So, and it's way up on, yeah, it's bigger than pre-COVID, by quite a long way actually.
Hmm.
Uh,
My copy of this is a 5.0, by the way.
is it?
Yeah, but it's restored. But you know,
It's all right.
yeah,
Does it look as good as that?
it actually looks better. Mine's a nice copy.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Well, there we go, Alan. We leave on some
yeah,
good news.
crazy. So when I see these things, it gives me hope. I think, I'm feeling more and more confident about my prediction of the future.
I think it's still
Uh,
the jury's still out for me. We're still seeing quite a few low prices.
Yeah, but I think we're in that transition period now. We're seeing a few that actually are coming up.
Yeah, this
Even
one has
on the
come up.
last one where we saw that 2.5 had that big sale.
Yeah,
I think the market is coming around.
yeah, maybe
And if
that's a very
and
big
it,
sale for this.
and also if people are willing to get excited about movie spec again, that's a good sign. Like if you look at like last year, like some big thing was getting released and the market didn't move at all. Actually, the books it dropped.
Yeah,
That was
no,
the craziest thing. But this year, I feel like there's a bit of, enthusiasm back, I think
yeah,
that's a good
yeah,
sign.
there is a bit. Yeah, I
And I
see.
think the trailer did well for this one. People were like, seeing Galactus, seeing the kind of retro style Fantastic Four, I think kind of boded well.
Yeah,
So yeah,
right. Okay, so that is excellent. Um, thank you, Alan. We will see
you
you again next week. And that is your lot, people. Bye.